In this video, we're gonna make our own AI pin project using XIAO ESP32S3 sense board that sits on your chest and it's happy to assist you with anything you ask. Click a picture and tell me how do I look today.
You're looking sharp today. Bearded and in a dark t-shirt with light pants, very put together. Though the photo's a bit blurry, your style definitely isn't.
Jarvis, can you tell me more detail about the founder of Raspberry Pi?
The Raspberry Pi was co-founded by Eben Upton, a British computer scientist and educator.
Jarvis, turn on all the lab lights.
All lab lights have been successfully turned on. Let me know if you need further adjustments.
Isn't that a really interesting AI project to try out? And the best part, this project is completely open source. That means you can build this complete project even on a general purpose PCB as well. And in case if you want this exact same compact version that I'm using, well, you can buy that as well from our store. I'll share all the details by the end of the video. But before that, let's just move on with this video and start with the hardware part of the project. So for making this project, we'll only need these few components, and here majority of the things are pre-built inside the XIAO ESP32S3 sense, like it got built-in microcontroller, built-in Wi-Fi, built-in microphone, built-in camera, and also built-in battery management circuit. So truly, this board is perfect for this project. Later for audio output, we are using this MAX 98357 amplifier module along with the smallest speaker that is available in our inventory, and which also seems perfect for this tiny little project. Now you can get all these things shown in this video from our website techiesms.com, whose purchase link you can find in the description of this video. And after getting all these components, we'll be making its connection as per this pin mapping shown in the video. So here is the ready hardware and we powered it up with the Type-C cable. As of now, we already flashed the firmware in the XIAO S3 sense board, but don't worry, I'll let you know which firmware to be flashed and how to flash later once we get the actual final PCB. As of now, we are here to test if everything is working fine or not, so let's test it out. Jarvis.
Hi there. It's a bright and breezy Wednesday today. The sun's shining through the window, and I can feel the warmth on my sensors. What's on your mind?
Can you take a picture and tell me what do you see?
I see a bearded man in a brown shirt standing quietly, eyes closed, with a camera on a tripod in front of him. The walls are painted in blue and white with square patterns. And there's a bright spot on the ceiling, possibly a skylight or some damage. The view looks like it's from a low angle, pointing slightly upward.
Perfect. So yeah, this hardware seems working perfectly fine. It was able to capture the image and analyze it and let us know what was there in the image. So everything is working fine. Now we are good to go to convert it into a very compact PCB. So let me show you how we did it. So as everything was working completely fine, we thought to make a custom design PCB for it to make it really compact. And here is the schematic of that particular project. So here, other than the controller, which is a XIAO ESP32S3 sense, and the amplifier and speaker part, we also have one more part called as power supply, because we are thinking of to make it run on a battery, because the XIAO already has a built-in battery management circuit. So yeah, here we'll be connecting the battery. Here is the on-off switch, and here we have used this transistor to pull down the EN pin, and the purpose of this is to shut down the XIAO S3 sense board as well when the switch is in the off position. This is the same logic that we have tested in our 2G tracker as well. So yeah, that's the complete schematic, and I'll be providing this schematic as well down in the description, so you can check out the GitHub link for that. So yeah, after finalizing the schematic, we designed the custom PCB for it, which looks something like this. So yeah, on the top we have the XIAO S3 sense board, on the bottom we have the Max amplifier, and we are thinking of to attach the speaker in between the Max amplifier and the PCB just to save the space, so that on the back we get this full size to add a bigger size battery. So yeah, that's the complete PCB. We have the on-off switch at the bottom left corner, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Now here, before I place the order of this PCB, let me first do the DRC test for it. So to do the DFM analysis, you need to download this software, which is from the NEXT PCB itself, and it is available for only Windows system. So yes, you need to have a Windows computer for that. After opening it, just click on New File and upload the Gerber file of your PCB project. Click on Open, and after importing the PCB file, you just need to click on the DFM analysis, which will do all kind of analysis on your PCB. And once the analysis is completed, you can export the report from here, or else you can also visualize the result here in this window as well. And for this particular project, I think we have passed from all the tests except one, and this is not just not an error, by the way, it is just a warning, but still let me just check what this warning all about. So it is the warning of the drill. Okay, So if I double click on this, as you can see, this is where the error lies. So the error says it is not in the aspect ratio of 2:1. That might create some deformation, but this is just kind of a warning and not an error, so I think we can ignore this, and rest of all the things are perfectly fine here. Now we are good to go to order this PCB. So placing your PCB orders to Next PCB is really very simple. You just need to upload the Gerber file of your PCB project, later select the number of PCBs and color masking you want, and here we also ordered a stencil for this project. After finalizing everything, just place your order, and after a week, we received the PCB at our studio, which were nicely packed with the vacuum packaging, and the PCB quality seems really premium. So don't forget to check out Next PCB for your next PCB order. So after receiving the PCBs, we started applying the solder paste on the PCB and placed the SMD components on it one by one. Later, we put the PCB on the hot bed and let it bake for a while. Now after the SMD part, we started with the DIP components, and for that, we first stick the speaker on the PCB and later added the amplifier module on the top to save the space. And after soldering all the required components, our final project looks like this. Neat and very compact. Okay, so now to flash the firmware, we first need to download the flash download tool, which is available only for Windows system, whose link I'll be attaching in the description of this video. You just need to click here and it will be downloaded into your system. Later after that, just open up this flash download tool application file. Now here select chip type as ESP32S3 and work mode, develop, load mode, UART. That's it. Click on OK and it will open up the window like this. Now here we need to select the binary files and provide the address to flash it into our ESP32S3 board. Now I'll be providing the link of my GitHub repository where I'll be uploading all the binary files required for it. And once you download it, how to select them and which address to be entered, well, let me guide you that. So first of all, you need to tap here, and here first of all we'll select the bootloader.bin file. Click on open and we'll set its address as 0x0. After that, we'll tap here. We'll select Xiaoqi.bin file and we'll set the address as 0x20,000. Perfect. After that, tap here. Select partition table.bin file. Click on open and set its address as 0x8000. Tap here once again. Select OTA data initial bin file and set its address to 0x D000. And last time, tap here, select the file which is generated assets.bin and set its address as 0x6 and then 5 times 0. Perfect. After that, just select all the files that you have selected here. Later, you need to select the COM port. So yes, in my case, the board is already connected with my computer, so I'll select the COM port. Now, before flashing the file, let's just erase the existing firmware of our board. So we'll select the erase button and we need to wait for a couple of seconds to erase the built-in firmware. As you can see, it says finish. That means we are done with erasing the pre-built firmware, and now we'll just tap on the start button, which will start flashing our Xiaoqi AI firmware. So this will take some time, so let me just skip this part of video. Okay, it says finish. That means it is flashed successfully. And here, let me just press the reset button on my Xiao board.
Enter the Wi-Fi configuration mode.
Perfect. It says enter the Wi-Fi configuration mode. That means the firmware file is successfully flashed. And now let me show you the steps to provide our Wi-Fi credentials and how to connect it with the Xiaoqi.me platform. Okay, so to configure it, we first need to give the Wi-Fi credentials to our device. For that, we'll turn on the device and let's wait for it to speak up.
Enter the Wi-Fi configuration mode.
Perfect. So it's in Wi-Fi configuration mode. So we first need to connect our smartphone or laptop to the access point created by this device, which is by the name of Xiaoqi. So I'll just connect to it. And once it is connected, it will open up a web page, something like this. And if it doesn't opens up, you can just go to web browser and type out 192.168.4.1 and it will open up this page. Now here we need to provide the SID name and password of our Wi-Fi router so that it can get the internet connectivity. Perfect. And once you provide it, just click on the connect button, which will transfer the Wi-Fi credential to this device and it will get connected with internet. Okay, device restarts in 2 seconds.
Please log into the control panel to add the device. Enter the verification code. 6, 6, 7, 3, 8.
Okay, so now it's connected with the internet and it spoke up the number which we need to provide on the Xiaoqi.me platform to configure this device, to provide it a connector and all those stuff. So let's just do that quickly. So here you need to go to Xiaoqi.me website. It will open up a page like this. Here you can click on the console button. and you need to log into your account. So I'll quickly log into my account. So once you log into your device, you'll get a page like this, and here you can click on add device, and here to enter the code which was spoken by this device. In case if you forgot it, you can just turn it off and turn it on once again. It will speak out the code again. Let's wait for it.
Please log into the control panel to add the device. Enter the verification code 6 6 7 3 3 8.
Yeah, that's the code. I'll click on the confirm button, which will add this device. And as you can see, device is successfully added. And here I'll go with the open source version, which is the free version. And yeah, here is our device, and we can click on configure role. And here we can give any kind of role or personality to our AI assistant. So here I'll just quickly change the role introduction. Okay, so here I just gave the basic role introduction. I'll click on the confirm button. I'll click on AI optimize, which will kind of elaborate this particular short description to make it a bit detailed. Okay, so let's wait for it. And in the meantime, let me just change the language. So language I want is English. By the way, you can also select a Hindi language for all the Indians watching this video. Where is English? Oh, this is the one. So yeah, language is changed. I just changed the assistant name. I'll name it as Jarvis. Okay, so yeah, we are done with pretty much everything that we need to do here onto this particular platform. And lastly, we'll just click on the save button, which will save this. Character description exceeded 2000. Okay, so we need to modify. We can just press backspace, and it will just lower it down to, let's say, below 2000, you can say. Perfect. Click on confirm, and let's just click on the save button. We just save the configuration, and now we just need to press the reset button so that our device can get this configuration live onto this particular assistant. And yeah, we are done. Now let's try to wake up this device and ask something. Jarvis.
Hi there. It's a lovely day today, April 28th, 2026. The weather is quite pleasant, and it's the 12th day of the 3rd month in the lunar calendar. The stars are aligned for good fortune, perfect for a fresh start or a little celebration. How can I assist you today?
It was a pretty long description. Can you click a picture and tell me what do you see?
I see a camera mounted on a tripod, surrounded by bright studio lights and soft boxes, likely in a photography studio with a white and blue background. It looks like a professional setup ready for a shoot.
Okay, so yeah, this project seems working completely fine. Now, let me just show you a couple of demos. But before that, we have tried to design its 3D case to make it look more neat and professional. So let me just show you that 3D case, and later I'll show you a couple of demos with it. So here is the 3D casing that we got designed for our project, and later we got it 3D printed in black color. And here we also got white camera ring on the top. Later, we started assembling the project in the casing, and further, we fixed it with the help of the screws. And finally, we also have this magnetic cap to make it easily stick on our clothes, and now we are ready to test out this project. Okay, so after attaching the AI pin, let's just power it up. I'll just slide this switch, and onboard yellow LED should blink twice, that represent its power on. And now we need to wait till a small beep. So let's wait for it. Perfect. And now we are good to go to wake up this device and ask anything that we want. Let's try it out. Jarvis.
Hi there. It's a lovely Tuesday, the 28th of April 2026. The air feels crisp, and the golden hour light is gently spilling through the window. How can I assist you today?
Can you take a picture and tell me how's the setup?
The photo reveals a bright studio or office setup with blue-white walls and a ceiling fan. On the left, there are desks equipped with computers, while a person stands near a camera on a tripod and another sits nearby. Framed pictures adorn the walls, along with a distinctive blue-like symbol. It looks like a creative space ready for production.
Perfect. Let me just turn it off. So it nicely represented or described the complete image that it took. And now let me roam in the studio and test out this device by asking different questions. Let's go for it. Okay, so while exploring, the first object I found in the studio is this lens. So let's try to ask this AI pin if it can recognize this lens or not. Jarvis, take a picture and tell me what is in my hand.
You're holding a camera lens, probably for a DSLR. The setup around you looks like a photography studio with lights and a fan. Nice gear.
Perfect. So now for the next test, I came to this part of the studio where there are a couple of photo frames of me standing with the founder of different companies. So let's try to ask this AI assistant if it can answer the general knowledge question. Like, this is a photo of me with the founder of Raspberry Pi. So let's ask this agent if it can tell us who is the founder. Jarvis, can you tell me who is the founder of Raspberry Pi?
I think you might be referring to the founder of Raspberry Pi. It's Evan Upton, a British computer scientist and co-founder of the Raspberry Pi Foundation. He started the project to make computer education more accessible. Let me know if you'd like to dive deeper into it.
Perfect. So this is not just a vision-based AI assistant, but it can also be your voice-based AI assistant to ask any question that you have. So for another demo, I'll show you how this device can also interact with your smart home devices connected with Home Assistant, and you can turn them on, turn them off whenever you want. Let me show you. Can you turn on all the lab lights?
All lab lights are now turned on. Let me know if you'd like to adjust brightness or set them.
Can you turn off all the lab lights?
All lab lights are now turned off. Let me know when you'd like them back on.
So that was all about making our own AI pin, a wearable AI project to which you can ask anything that you want. Really, a great AI project to try out this weekend, and it is very simple to make it as well. Now, I do have provided the schematic of the project along with the firmware files down in the description of this video, so do check that out and you can make one by yourself as well. And in case if you want to buy the same variant which I am using with all the ready firmware, well, you can buy this ready project as well, whose purchase link you can find in the description of this video. And we are selling it with casing. And yes, one more thing, we are having an early bird discount that will run for first week, where you can get the same project at a discounted price. So you can check out the description for more information and also for the purchase link. And yeah, that was all about this project, and do subscribe our channel if you want to see more such interesting and unique projects in the field of electronics, IoT, AI and all that stuff. And yeah, with that being said, I'm just ending this video here, and now just wait for my next video and then explore, learn, share with me, techiesms.